Hello YouTubers, this is Matador. Today we are taking a look at the Nintendo Wii, the best-selling home console system of Nintendo of all time. Now, there's actually over about 1,500 games, I think, for the Wii. So there's a lot of shovelware, a lot of garbage games out there. But there's also a lot of quality ones, and it's easy for there to be overlooked or under-recognized or even underrated games on the Nintendo Wii. And so today we're going to take a look at what I would consider the top 5 hidden gems on the Wii system. First off, an honorable mention goes to Muramasa, the Demon Blade. This title used to be a hidden gem because it's featured on so many people's hidden gem lists online. And at this point, I think it's well known enough in the community that's still collecting for the Wii that it's not really hidden anymore. It's recognized and it is appreciated, but I want to give it a shout out because I do own this and it's a gorgeous two-dimensional art style. It looks hand-drawn. I'm not sure if it is or not. It's got multiple layers of art going on. It's a Japanese samurai fighting style game where you can use different swords and different techniques to beat up the enemies. And it is really a wonderful experience, and I definitely recommend it. Let's get started with the actual proper list. Number 5, Wario Land Shake It. Now, this is, of course, a Nintendo property. Wario, the entire series has been around for a very long time, and one could argue the entire series is underrated. This is a 2D platforming game that is also sort of a beat 'em up. You know, Mario traditionally would jump on enemies, but Wario just charges straight into them, or he picks them up and slams them down or shakes them around. And in this specific entry, you would shake the Wiimote. It was just very basic motion controls that added to a traditional just left and right A and B kind of side scroller game. And it is beautiful, and it's not very long, but it is a very rewarding experience to play. Number 4, Dead Space Extraction. Now there are a lot of light gun games on the Wii. Appropriately, because of the motion controls of the Wiimote, you could just point and click at the screen, and especially if you had a peripheral for a gun, it felt like the old arcades where you would shoot them up. This entry, Dead Space, is a prequel to the actual Dead Space series that were on, I want to say, the Xbox 360. And this is an on-rails shooter, but it is more importantly a survival horror narrative. It's not just kind of go through and kill zombies like House of the Dead would be. This is like a very serious narrative where you start to engage with the other characters, and you're constantly in first-person mode, so you are in the story yourself. And the cool thing about this that differentiates it from, say, the Resident Evil Chronicles games, which are also cool, is that you have to focus your fire on body parts in the Dead Space games. So instead of aiming for headshots, you have to try to weaken your opponents by blowing off limbs. It's a different change up to the traditional light gun game. Number 3, Batman the Brave and the Bold. So this is a 2D style beat 'em up made by WayForward, and WayForward has done some really cool games. They're probably most well known for Shantae series. They have a niche market for taking old school style games and kind of repurposing them, and Batman really does that. It's a 2-player experience. You can play it solo, of course, but you are able to choose from a litany of characters. There's several characters that all have different abilities and different fighting styles, and there's a bit of an RPG element in it. As you gain experience points, you are able to pick which abilities and which characters you want to enhance. It's neat because it gives you something to look forward to and makes the fighting not feel redundant as you move forward. The narrative is based on, I guess, the cartoon show, but it does have neat reinvented versions of the Batman characters. It's a fun game, and it's way more impressive than I'm making it sound. Number 2, Onichanbara, Bikini Zombie Slayers. Now, this sounds like an over-the-top B-movie premise, and it is. Let's be real. This is a super fun hack and slash game. You play one of 2 attractive women, your choice, and you can slice up zombies with samurai sword, or you can blast them with guns. It actually plays kind of like the original Devil May Cry. It feels very much in that vein, but without all the puzzle elements. And you can, of course, enhance your gear, and there's various techniques that you can do, and you do utilize the Wiimote much more intuitively than it would seem. It's not like a one-to-one like Skyward Sword or something. But the motions you do react to the techniques that you are performing in the game. Now, this is actually not a one-off crazy game. This is a successful franchise in Japan. There's been, I don't know, 7 or 8 of these, I think. One of them was on the Xbox 360, Bikini Samurai Squad, and this, Bikini Zombie Slayers, is the sequel to that 360, but of course the story is remaining the same, so it's not like you're missing out by playing this one without having played the previous ones. Anyway, it's fun, it's kind of mindless, a hack and slash adventure. Check it out, it's super cool. Number 1, Rage of the Gladiator. This is a WiiWare title that is probably one of my favorite games on the Wii of all time, and not a lot of people know about this game. Obviously, you can't even get it anymore because the eShop has been long closed down on the Wii. This was Punch-Out, a Punch-Out clone, but it was in a fantastical medieval kind of environment where you fought giant minotaurs and orcs and wizards, and you had a mace in one hand which utilized the Wii Motion Plus, so it did react to exactly the way that you were swinging. And it was learning the strategies of when to dodge, and you could dodge, move left and right, and it would work. Whereas on Punch-Out, you had to be on the Wii balance board. But this, you could just straight up dodge, and it would work. And you would also get talent points, like in World of Warcraft, you would just go up whatever talent tree you wanted to get the number of points to enhance your defense or your strength, or even get magic abilities that you could then use on your opponents. And this is so much fun. Once you beat it, you activate hard mode and you can play it all over again, and the bosses have new strategies. It's just 100% recommend, must-have game. If you can get it, get a hold of it. This has been my Hidden Gems video. I hope you appreciate it. If you've played any of these games and you want to give a shout out, then leave a comment down below. Or if you want to add something that I potentially missed, please feel free to leave that comment as well. Like and subscribe, and thanks for checking me out today. Peace.